Lecture. So good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all this water supply engineering subject lectures. So from this unit number 3, one point was remained, that is design of the sand filter. So we will cover this and then we will start the next unit. So in today's lecture, we are going to see the design problems based upon the sand filters. So first of all, we will look at the design of slow sand filter. Okay, and then we will see the design of rapid sand filter and the problems of that. So design of slow sand filter here, to understand the design of slow sand filter, we should know what is the rate of filtration or loading rate. So the rate of filtration, also it is denoted by a short letter ROF. The rate of filtration is nothing but it is the rate of flow of water applied per unit area. Okay, suppose this is the sand filter cross section, surface area of the sand filter. Okay, total sand filter. Through this per meter square means 1 meter by 1 meter. If we consider the area of the surface area of the sand filter, then through this 1 meter square area, how much discharge is taking place, how much water is flowing, percolating through that sand bed. So that is nothing but it is the rate of filtration. Okay, the flow rate of water applied per unit area of the filter. Are you getting my point? So in which unit we measure the flow rate? It may be measured in meter cube per hour. It may be measured in liters per hour. It may be measured in meter cube per day. Okay, so these are the different units to measure the rate of flow. So this rate of flow taking place per unit area, per unit or per meter square of the area. So that is called as the rate of filtration. So this is somewhat similar to the SOR, surface overflow rate, that term we have studied in the sedimentation tank. Okay, sedimentation मध्ये आपण ही टर्म पाहिली होती त्या ठिकाणी, surface overflow rate, where surface overflow rate, it was nothing but it is the rate of flow taking place per unit surface area of the tank, or it was also known as settling velocity of the sedimentation tank. Similarly here, actually it is the velocity. Okay, if we see the unit here, meter cube per hour per meter square, this meter square it will get cancelled and we will get the unit as a meter per hour. So this is the unit of velocity, right? So you can see here it is the velocity of water approaching the face of the filter. So this is the face of filter. Okay, एकदम सुरुवातीची जी लेयर असते, so that layer of the sand bed is nothing but it is the face of filter. So the water at which rate it is approaching toward this face of the filter, so that rate of flow or this velocity is called as the this rate of filtration. Okay, and what is the unit, what is the formula to find this rate of filtration? So this is nothing but VA is equal to Q upon AS, where Q is nothing but it is the rate of flow or the discharge taking place there through that sand bed, and AS is nothing but it is the surface area of the sand bed. Okay, VA is the velocity of phase velocity, which is measured in meter per day, or it may be measured in meter per hour, depending upon the unit you use. And it is nothing but it is loading rate. So this VA is nothing but it is a loading rate or rate of filtration is equal to discharge Q. Q is nothing but it is the flow rate onto the filter surface, which is measured in meter cube per day. Okay, but is this measured in meter per day, or this unit is in measured in meter cube per day per meter square, then this will discharge will be in meter cube per day. And then surface area, it is measured in meter square. So this is the entity that we should understand, we should know before designing this low sand filter. Okay, then what are the different design criteria that are used for designing this low sand filter? So that we will see it here one by one. So design life of the slow sand filter, it varies between 10 to 15 years. Okay, then period of operation, so it operates for the 24 hours. Then filtration rate, it is 0.1 to 2 meter per hour. So filtration rate is within an hour it will filter, the water will percolate here, that is zero point 0.1 to 0.2 meter. So this is the rate of filtration. It can be, so now just we have seen what is the rate of filtration, that term, filtration. So it is the velocity of water flowing through the filter, or it is a rate of flow which can be measured in meter cube per hour per meter square. Okay, if this term, if we convert this in liter, okay, याला जर आपण लिटर मध्ये केलं तर then what we have to do, we have to multiply it by 1000. Okay, so that it will become, it will get converted into liter. And if you multiply these values by 1000, then we will get here 100 to 200 liters per hour per meter square. So these things we should keep in mind while designing this quantity. Whenever we find the rate of filtration, rate of flow or rate of filtration, then the range should be within this limit. Then filter bed area, okay, filter bed area, it should be varies between 5 to 200 meter square per filter. Okay, if there are number of filters generally in the that treatment plant, only not only there will be one filter, there will be more than one filter. Okay, at least minimum two filters will be required. Okay, so that if there is a maintenance of one filter. So I was telling you that if one filter is in under maintenance, then there should not be, it should not hamper the working of this treatment plant. Okay, so there should be another additional filter. It should be available there. So there per meter per filter, एका फिल्टरचा त्या ठिकाणी एरिया जो आहे, it should vary between this limit. Then effective size of the sand, it should be 0.15 to 0.3 mm. Uniformity coefficient of that sand which is used as a filter media, it should be less than 3. Then height of under drain plus gravel layer. We have seen that there are different layers in that filter. So top layer is the layer of the sand or the filter media. Below that there is a layer of the gravels, with the different grades of the gravels have been kept here as a support media to the sand. And below this gravel there is a under drain system through which water is collected here, filtered water is collected. Okay, so here the depth of this height of the under drain plus gravel layer, it should be between 0.3 to 0.5 meter. Okay, and then height of the supernatant water, height of the supernatant water. Supernatant water means what? Filtered water. It should be 1 meter. So this is the different design criteria for the slow sand filter. Now, after knowing these things, we are going to solve the problem based upon this design of slow sand filter. So before solving the problem, I suggest you, I recommend you to write down these things because these are needed there to solve the problems. So write down the title, design of slow sand filter, in your notebook. Then write down the title, rate of filtration. Write down the formula, VA is equal to Q upon AS. Then write down the different terms which are used there in the formula. After that, we are going to write down the criteria, design criteria for the slow sand filter. Okay, so do it fast. When you finish it, please tell me. Reply through the chat box or unmuting. meter cube per day. Yeah, it is the unit of discharge. No problem, Uday. C, meter cube is the unit of volume and D is the unit of time. So volume upon time is nothing but discharge. It can be unit meter cube per day. Is it over? All the students? Next, write down this design criteria for the slow sand filter. Design life, period of operation. Out of these different criteria, the most important criteria for solving the problems is this one. Then this may be required. Then this one. These three criteria are more important from the example point of view, problems point of view. Period of operation, then filtration rate 0.1 to 0.2 meter per hour or 100 to 200 liter per hour per meter square. Effective size 0.15 to 0.3 mm. Uniformity coefficient less than 3. Is it over? Okay, let us solve the problems. Let us see the problem here. Write down the problem. Design 6 units of slow sand filter for following data. Design 6 units of slow sand filter for following data. First, population to be served. Population to be served is equal to 50,000. Second, per capita demand is equal to 150 LPCD. Per capita demand is equal to 150 LPCD, liter per capita per day. Next, rate of filtration is equal to 180 liters per meter square per hour. So through 1 meter square, the rate of flow is taking place as 180 liters per hour. Next, L by V ratio, that is length to breadth ratio, is equal to 2. What does it mean? If the breadth is equal to 1 meter, then length will be equal to 2 meter. This is the ratio it has been given. Maximum demand is equal to 1.8 into average daily demand. Maximum demand is equal to 1.8 into average daily demand. Now here, this 1.8 is nothing but it is peak factor. This is the average value. So we have to multiply this average value to get the maximum demand. This is the average demand. Okay, average demand we will get by multiplying this population by this per capita demand. Okay, So this per capita demand 150 LPCD, it is the average value. Okay, but when we have seen that there is a fluctuation in the demand within that 24 hours. In the morning session demand is more, then afternoon session it will reduce, and then again it will increase. So such curve we have seen there in the unit number 1. Okay, variation in the demand under that point. So to meet this maximum demand curve, okay, if we design the system for the average values, then when the demand increases, it become maximum, it reaches the peak value. Okay, at that time, we that plant may not be sufficient, may not be able to supply this demand, additional or extra demand. It may not be able to supply this demand to the people, okay, to the city. So while designing any system, we should design the system by multiplying that average value by the peak factor, and generally it is taken as 1.8. Okay, so that we will get the maximum demand. Means we should design the system for the maximum demand and not to the average demand. Okay, so this thing they have given here, that maximum demand is equal to 1.8 into average daily demand. Next, out of 6 units, one will be act as a standby, okay, and draw its layout. So out of this, there are total 6 units we have to design, and out of that 6 unit, 1 unit is kept as a standby. Means what? Whenever there is a maintenance, okay, there will be a continuous working of the any 5 filters, okay, and 1 is kept as a standby additional. It will not be under continuously working condition, it will be kept as a standby. And whenever there is a problem in any one filter, at that time, this standby filter, it will be taken into action, or it will be uh, made in function. Okay, so that there will not be any kind of problem to the continuous supply of the water. Okay, जेवढा आपला डिझाईन डिस्चार्ज आहे त्याप्रमाणे तो कंटिन्यूस त्या ठिकाणी झाला पाहिजे. किंवा एखादा फिल्टर त्या ठिकाणी मेंटेनन्स मध्ये आहे, ठीक आहे, आपल्याला त्याचं क्लिनिंग वगैरे करायचं आहे. ऍट दॅट टाइम that particular filter will not be under working condition, so that at that time the standby filter, it will be considered for the working. Okay, so because of that, one filter is always kept for the standby, as a standby filter. Okay, and at last we have to draw the layout for this filter. Okay, जे आपण 5 फिल्टर किंवा 6 फिल्टर या ठिकाणी आपल्याला डिझाइन करायचे. ऍक्च्युअली वी हॅव टू डिझाइन द 6 फिल्टर, बट ऍक्च्युअल वर्किंग मध्ये त्या ठिकाणी किती असणार आहे? 5च असणार आहे. म्हणजे जे 6 फिल्टर आहेत त्याचं आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी लेआउट पण काढायचं आहे. ओके, जे 6 फिल्टर तुम्ही त्या ठिकाणी कसे करणार आणि याचे डायमेन्शन्स काय असणार आहेत, याची लेंथ काय असेल आणि याची ब्रेथ काय असेल. सो दिस थिंग वी हॅव टू do in this particular problem. Okay, so let us solve this problem. Everyone has written this problem. लिहून झालाय का सगळ्यांचा?
हो सर.
Okay, now let us solve this problem here. Before solving problem, let us write down the given things. Okay, given data. So population is given, it is 50,000. The rate of water supply, it is given, it is 150 LPCD, liter per capita per day. Rate of filtration, ROF, it is 180 liter per meter per hour per meter square. L by B ratio is equal to 2. Maximum demand is equal to Qmax is equal to 1.8. So in this particular problem, they have given directly this thing, but sometimes they may just give you the peak factor value. Okay, they may write there peak factor is equal to 1.8. So while solving the problem, to get that maximum discharge, what we have to do? We have to multiply this peak factor by the average value. Okay, so that you will get the maximum discharge, and 1 unit is standby. So after writing these given things here in the problem, so let us find out what is the maximum demand. Okay, maximum discharge. So they have given already this formula. So we'll write this formula as it is here. Now the thing is that we have to find out here what is the Q average or the average demand. What is that average demand? We have to find out. So how to find out that average demand? We have this value of population and this per capita demand, right? So if you multiply these two values, then you will get the average demand or average discharge. So P, that is population multiplied by rate of water supply, you will get this average demand or Q average. This value we got here. And when we multiply this average discharge by peak factor, then we will get the maximum discharge. So here, if you multiply these two values, you will get the discharge in liter per hour, liter per day, because this is liter per day, right? And this is population is there. So if you multiply the population, there will not be any unit to the population. So you will have the unit as liter per day only. Okay. So this is the unit liter per day that we have got. Now, if you want to convert that in liter per hour, what we have to do? We have to divide this value by 24 hours. So within a day, we have total 24 hours.